Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. You've ripped open the box, the plastic's off. You're already halfway through setup before you've even sat down properly. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's that little voice saying, I should probably do this properly. This episode is for that voice. Rise and shine. Welcome to your business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. This is episode 661, and welcome to 2026. If you've unwrapped a new phone, tablet, or laptop over the break, this episode is absolutely for you. I know the temptation is to rip it out of the box and start using it immediately, but please give me 10 minutes first, because the way you set up a device in that first hour can save you hours of headache, or it can create them. So let's make sure you're starting 2026 on solid ground. The temptation really is, as I said, just to rush in and start using it straight away. I get it. It's a new device, shiny screen, the new tech smell. Yeah, that's corny. You want to play with it. You want to download your apps and log into your stuff and see how fast it is compared to the old ones. But here's the thing. Rushing the setup is how bad habits get baked in from day one. 10 minutes of patience now saves hours of frustration later. The choices you make during your setup stick. Default settings get applied, permissions get granted, syncing starts happening in the background. If you're not paying attention, you might agree to things you didn't mean to or skip things you actually needed to do. That first hour is the foundations getting laid. So let's get them laid properly. The first thing you should do before you do anything else is update your operating system. This is non-negotiable. Your new device has been sitting in a warehouse, then a shop, then under someone's tree. The software on it is already out of date. Before you log into anything, before you install any apps, check for your updates and install them. Yes, it takes time, but do it anyway. These updates will include security patches for vulnerabilities that have been discovered since your device was initially boxed up. So important. Don't skip those boring setup screens. They are asking for a reason, even if they seem inane. When you're going through that initial setup, you'll hit screens that feel tedious: location services, diagnostic, app tracking, privacy settings. It's tempting to just tap next repeatedly to get through it all, but please don't. These are the moments when you decide what your device is allowed to do and what it tells other people about you. Read them, make actual choices. Before you start signing into your email, your bank, your social media, make sure you've got access to your password manager and your authenticator app. If they're on your old device, don't wipe that yet. If your password manager is cloud-based, make sure you know your master password. If your authenticator codes are tied to your old phone, which most are if you're running a Google Authenticator or the Zoho one or Microsoft Authenticator, they will all be tied to your old phone. If you haven't backed them up or synced them, you could lock yourself out of your accounts completely. The last thing you want is to be stuck in recovery mode for half of your accounts because you wiped your old device too soon. Now we're going to talk about security basics and getting them right the first time. Well, as right as we can the first time. Your device passcode is the first line of defense. If someone picks up your phone, this is what stops them getting in. Well, it's the first step of what stops them getting in. So make it count. Don't set it to 000 or 1234 or 9999. Don't use your date of birth. 6 digits should be minimum. Some will only allow you 4, but if you can do 6, do 6. And ideally choose something that isn't obvious to anyone who knows basic facts about you. If your device supports alphanumeric passcodes, even better. So alphanumeric 1234, ABCD, alphanumeric. Biometrics, what stays on your device versus what people think we know about digital ID. Biometrics, fingerprint, face unlock. I know that we are really hesitant about biometrics on our phones lately or our devices lately, particularly with all the conversation going on around digital ID. I want to try and clear it up, and I don't want to minimize this concern at all because it's a massive concern and you should have it. When you set up Face ID or fingerprint unlock on your device, that biometric data supposedly stays on your device. Now, I say supposedly, all the documentation says it does, everything says it does. I have just learned that you've got to be a little careful. It's stored in a secure enclave on the actual processing chip of your phone. It's not uploaded to your Apple or Google accounts, supposedly. It's not going to be tied to a government database yet. It's not linked to digital ID systems. Device level biometrics and national identity schemes are actually different still. So if you set up biometrics on your phone, you aren't signing into the other yet. And you notice I keep putting this out, is because we don't know enough. But if you're going to set up biometrics on your phone, uh, I want you to feel a little more comfortable that you're not actually giving that information out to other people, that it's not going into the cloud, it's not being stored in the cloud, it is being stored on your phone. Now, that all said, if you're still not comfortable, you can choose a really strong passcode and work with that. It's your choice. Just make it an informed one. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is your automatic updates. There's a school of thought that you should set it up for automatic updates and don't leave it till don't set the I'll do this later. I will be honest, I've got mine set up to download and notify me so that I can choose when I want to update my phone, apply the updates to my phone. I'm very, very, very disciplined though. I see the updates come in, I go, okay, that's got to be done. I'll do that at 6 tonight. I can sit there and watch it. Now, that's why I don't do it. I want to watch it. I don't want to wake up in the morning to find my phone has bricked itself because an update has failed. I'm really paranoid, apparently. Um, I don't want to sort of wake up in the morning to find that something's gone on and I've got to deal with that. Well, I want to be able to give myself a little bit of time to deal with something if I need to deal with it. Have I ever had to? No. Am I still working probably in the 1990s? Probably. But there you go. That's what you get when you've been around tech for as long as I have. I honestly, if you are comfortable and you feel that you can do it, set your updates to automatically update your phone. Set the time that it will update and let it update itself. Don't leave it to I will choose when I want to update it. You keep hitting that remind me button, it keeps moving forward and you never really apply the update. Now, the reason that this is important, these automatic updates, these updates that come down for our operating systems on our phones and our tablets, have security patches in them generally. They'll address vulnerabilities that are being found all the time with not necessarily the apps, but the way the apps interact with the operating system itself. By setting it to automatic, it means you're protected even without having to think about it. So if you're not really disciplined and can say, yes, I've seen the update is there, I'm going to sit down and let that update between 2 and 3 p.m. today and sit there with my phone just to the side while I'm doing something else, set it to automatic. Whatever you do, make sure you're making an informed decision on it. So there's some reasons why you want to do it, some reasons why you might not want to do it. Now, you're also going to be prompted as to whether you want to set up Find My Device. Now, there is a trade-off here between the recovery options and location tracking. Find My iPhone for iPhones and Apple devices and Find My Device on Android. These features let you locate, lock, or wipe your device if it's been lost or stolen. This is truly useful. But for this to work, your device has to be reporting its location. That data goes to your Apple or your Google account, or goes to Apple or Google. And if someone compromises your Apple ID or your Google account, they can see where your devices are too, which means they can see where you are. So it's a trade-off. The protection of being able to find a lost device versus the reality that location tracking is always on is big. That is the trade-off. For most people, I'm going to say turn it on. The benefits outweigh the risks. But if you are in a situation where someone knowing your location is a safety issue, think carefully about it. There is no wrong answer here. Again, it is just an informed decision. Now, have you noticed that your device wants to sync everything to the cloud? Have you noticed that? I have. It annoys me no end. So by default, when you turn your device on, it wants to sync everything to the cloud. Photos, contacts, documents, notes, browsing history. That's convenient until it really isn't. Think about what you actually want backed up there and think about where you want it backed up. Do you need every single photo uploading to Google Photos, or in the case of Android now, OneDrive or iCloud automatically? Do you want your notes synced across devices, or are some of them sensitive enough to stay local? This is always a good time to check which apps are backing up data and whether you're comfortable with that. You can change these settings, but most people don't even know they exist. So when this one comes up, spend a little part time, do some investigation, ask yourself the hard questions. Do I really want this backed up? If you're not sure, reach out to someone and ask them whether you want this data backed up. In fact, I'm going to say if you're not sure, I would probably turn it off to begin with. And then once you've got your device set up, get in touch with someone and say, shall I turn it on or off, and turn it back on again. You can always turn these settings back on. All right, so you've got your device set up. What do you do with your old device? Well, please don't just put it in a drawer and forget about it. What do we do with it? The thing still has your data on it. That device still has your data on it. Your emails, your photos, your safe passwords, your logged in apps. And if it ends up in the wrong hands, or you sell it later without thinking, that's going to be a problem. So once you've set up your device, deal with your old device immediately. Before you do anything destructive, which is what you can do, make sure you've got everything you need off of the old device. Photos you haven't transferred, notes you forgot about, that one app with data that doesn't sync anywhere. Do a proper check. Once you factory reset, it's gone. Now, guys, I'm also going to mention, because I am a gamer and I love my mobile games. If you've got a mobile game that you've downloaded onto your phone and you're transferring your phone, go into that game, and you've got a lot of time in it. You've built up your village, or you've done all this stuff with it. Go into the app, create yourself an account. Make sure you are saving that account into the account. That game into the account, because then when you log in on your new phone, 9 times out of 10, all of that data will transfer to your new phone and you don't have to start over. If you want to start over, that's okay. But if you don't want to and you're going to get disappointed that you log in and you've lost all your progress, that's how you can do it. Sign out of everything, especially your Apple ID, Google, Microsoft. This gets missed a lot. So before you wipe your device, make sure you sign out of all of your accounts manually. Apple ID, Google account, Microsoft account, any email apps, banking apps, social media. Yes, a factory reset should clear this, but should isn't the same as definitely will. And this is enough of a security concern that I don't want to leave it to the possibility that something will glitch. So make sure you sign out first. Do a belts and braces approach. I think that's really reasonable. Deleting apps is not the same as wiping a device. A factory reset returns the device to its original state, or as close as possible. On iPhones, that's under Settings, General, Transfer, or Reset iPhone, Erase all content and Settings. On Android, typically it's under Settings, System, Reset, and Factory Reset. Though because it's Android, it varies by manufacturer, but do the full reset. Don't just go halfway. Make sure you do a full factory reset. So what do you do once you've wiped it, you've got your new device running and you don't want this one anymore, or you don't know what you're going to do with it? You've got a couple of options here. You can sell it. There's plenty of trading programs and secondhand markets. You can recycle it properly through e-waste programs. You can repurpose it as a dedicated device for something specific, a bedside clock, a kitchen recipe viewer, a security camera. You might want to just gift it to someone who doesn't have a device and needs something, and they don't need the latest and greatest, but they need something. So maybe consider gifting it, setting it up and gifting it to them. But if it's truly end of life and you're paranoid, like me, you can destroy it physically. Drill through the storage chip if you want. I'm not joking. Hit it with hammers. Make sure you smash everything up. Just make sure you're wearing safety glasses, please. For most people, a proper factory reset is enough though. But if you've generally, sorry, let me try that again. If you've genuinely had sensitive data on your phone or your device, really consider destroying it. I know that, you know, if you're with specific agencies, specific companies, they will require you to go through the destruction of the device, and they will have a program where you can destroy the device or have the device destroyed. So look into that. Okay, so that's it. Your new device is set up properly. Your old device handled responsibly. It's not glamorous work, but it's the stuff that makes you secure. The boring stuff matters. You've heard me say it so many times recently. Let's start 2026 with good foundations and everything else gets easier. So this is the first episode of our new Friday security format. Every Friday, we're going to be talking about protecting yourself, your business, and your data. On Monday, we're going to be talking about mindset. So it's Monday, our first mindset episode. So guys, did I ask more questions than I answered in that one? Did I give you some stuff to think about? What did you get for Christmas? I'd love to know. Leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to this video. You can also send me a DM via the social media networks. I will respond to those eventually. I'm not great with those. I tend to get busy dealing with other things, but I will respond to them eventually. If you need help, of course, that's what I'm here for. AskCharlyLeetham.com, and you can book a free 30-minute breakthrough session, one per person, please. When you come to the website, just click on the button on the top right-hand corner that says book my breakthrough session, or book a breakthrough session. You can have a chat to me for 30 minutes. I will give you as much value as I can in that 30 minutes to answer your questions and help you out with your issues. If this video was useful to you, give it a like. If you know of someone who will find it useful, they've got a new device, they need to know all this stuff and they're not sure, please share it with them. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And guys, I will see you all on Monday. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.